What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we have to talk about where UEFN lied. And I know that might be a little bit of an interesting topic, right? It's like, okay, UEFN, you know, that's a thing that we can play and everything else. There's tons of crazy creative maps and stuff on there, like we have a million only up maps. We have, for example, the Color Climb map right here, which is made by Good Gamers, an organization I'm actually a part of, map code on screen and everything else. But how can a program that you use to create stuff in Fortnite really lie to you? Well, the reason why I'm saying it lied is because in the official trailer, when we got told about UEFN, once it got officially revealed and everything else, there was a little bit of an interesting oddity. And of course, you know, oddities exist just like how my mantling is still bugged in this game so many years later. And the oddity was the maps they actually introduced, because while they were doing the showcase, they showcased a lot of cool maps, including ones that included like dragons and other stuff. And when they did that showcase, it sat in an area where it was like, okay, you know, we have all these cool little maps and everything, but we are slowly seeing them get revealed and released into the actual map list on the discovery menu for us to play as our first experience to UEFN. And once we were seeing all these things, we was like, wow, these are some really creative experiences and stuff, you know, all these crazy death runs, well, not death runs, but you know, like all these crazy little mini games and battles and everything else. I mean, you had like realistic dragons and everything in Fortnite through the power of UEFN, and it was amazing to see. However, there was one map that was made and showcased off that never even released, and it was a very cutscene heavy map. So what we're gonna do here is kind of go up to a spot where we won't die or anything, or maybe I'll just kind of, you know, pop it up on screen right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We got this map of a whole entire like mech battle, right? It was a very interesting one with tons of crazy cutscening and everything else going on, and this was apparently made in UEFN, right? Apparently this was a map that was entirely done through the power of UEFN, and as you can see, there was cutscenes, there was a whole entire battle and everything. I assume it would be a very scripted map where even though it looks like you have all this stuff you're able to do, such as battling off a giant mech, it still had a lot of stuff to it that was going to be, you know, restricted to, oh, this is predetermined anyways, right? But that was a map that got showcased at UEFN, you know, at the actual reveal and everything else, and with the whole entire list of maps that got released early, right? With the whole entire list of everything that was created that got released for us to play, that map was nowhere to be seen, and it was kind of forgotten about, right? But it was the map that a lot of people, myself included, actually used to promote UEFN, because we tweeted, we were like, this is Fortnite, right? And like at the end of the day, yes, it was still Fortnite, because, you know, of course that is something that creators can make and everything, but with the resurgence of maps that, you know, are more on the simplistic side, like Only Up or Color Climb, for example, that seems to be more of what everyone's trying to focus on and play, instead of these super highly detailed cutscene, you know, custom modeled up maps and everything else that looked like it was possible at one point via the community. So it was a little bit of a situation where some people felt lied to in a way by the UEFN trailer, because we never even got to see that map from the game, right? We only got to see it in a trailer form, but with all the other maps that got released, like there was the whole entire space map, there was like, you know, a domination map, there was stuff where you would like come out of like a little like pod that came from the sky and everything else. All of those maps got released, except for that one map that everyone, myself included, was like, this is UEFN, this is the future of Fortnite, right? And it feels just a little odd at the end of the day, because, you know, it's something that I would have loved to experience, right? Even if it was a little like tech demo for what UEFN could do, if people were possible of actually, you know, like incorporating all those mechanics and everything, I would have absolutely loved to have a giant just mech battle over in Fortnite, especially since, you know, seeing a mech would probably just give me some Titanfall vibes, and man, those would be just hidden good. So it's like, it would be something that I would have loved to see in the game, but at the same time, you know, it's just kind of like, well, it's not here, we can't really see it, and it's just kind of a memory of what could have been with UEFN. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, the current maps we have in the game are bad or anything. I mean, for example, I'm playing this, I'm enjoying it, and I'm having a fun time, but it would have been interesting to see those more, you know, like high profit, or, well, not high profit, but, you know, like highly detailed maps that, you know, have a lot of extra, like, superficial care and love put into them, where it feels like this is another game entirely, right? But of course, that is kind of what Epic Games plans for the whole entire UEFN system to do, right? You play Fortnite, you end up playing creative mode, you reach the limits of creative 1.0, then you use UEFN, then you reach the limits of UEFN, and then slowly over time you start using the actual Unreal Engine editor, and then boom, you just become an Unreal Engine developer, right? I feel like that has always been Epic Games' plan with UEFN, and showcasing all this type of stuff, even if it isn't, you know, officially released, has allowed for some very interesting experience to be created, and allowed for the community side of things to just kind of shift over time to more of a Roblox area, right? Where it's like, you know, if Battle Royale is kind of in a buried down area, you know, the lore isn't hidden too much anymore. You can just kind of hop in UEFN, play one of those time waster maps, for example this one right here, and have some fun, right? So I would love to hear in the comments down below, do you think that Epic Games lied to us, or do you think the whole entire situation with that map they actually showcased was more so not to be released with the other ones, but to just show what is possible? Or do you think there might have been some other things like, you know, performance issues or whatever else, considering the fact that UEFN is, at the end of the day, on other platforms such as the Nintendo Switch? So it would have been a little odd to see them try, you know, being like, boop, this is in everything now, and oh my, okay, that is, that, okay. Okay, we don't need the music, good gamers. Look, I get it. I fell a little bit, but we don't need the music on top of it. But it's like, you know, like I was saying, it's just, do you wish that we actually had more of what we saw at the trailer for UEFN in the game right now? And do you wish that was more where UEFN actually went when it came to the creations made by the community? I mean, I'm going to be honest, I am absolutely garbage at knowing UEFN or, you know, using verse coding or anything like that. But I still want to make some UEFN maps, and I still am working on a Creative 1.0 Death Run map. So that is stuff that, you know, it's like, we do gotta realize the community that is working in UEFN might not be experts on the Unreal Engine or anything like that, so we just kind of gotta deal with what we got. But it is just a little odd to see, and a little bit of a fun little topic to talk about, because it is something that, you know, never got released. It was like put in the Fortnite vault before we ever even got a chance to experience it in the game, and it wasn't even one of those issues where it was like, oh, we released this, and then, you know, we realized there were some bugs with it once it released, so we vaulted it so that, you know, people wouldn't have their entire PC fried and turned into like a cooked chicken or anything like that just from playing the map. It could have been some things that happened last minute as well. Maybe they intended to release it, but, you know, there were some development issues that were just causing it to crash people's games or whatever else that caused it just to get scrapped, since at that point, you know, UEFN's officially out. We don't need to worry about this promoting the mode anymore, because it's already done its job of being a video promoting the mode. But of course, it was something that is a little bit of old Fortnite lore history or whatever with the launch of UEFN that I had to dig through my old tweets to actually find, because I didn't say this is UEFN in the tweet, right? I simply said this is Fortnite. That's all I really said. I was just like, look, this is Fortnite, this is the future of the game and everything, and I still believe UEFN is the future of the game, but maybe not as detailed as that video might have suggested before. With that said, however, my name is FireMonkey. Hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. If you did, consider subscribing to support the content I create, and consider checking out this map, right? And let me know if there's any other UEFN maps that are pretty cool that you'd like me to check out in the comments down below. Maybe I'll go ahead and play some of those, since I do want to experience, you know, the different creative abilities that everyone in the community has, not just the maps made by the organization I'm in. And I am going to cry myself to sleep. You know what? To end off the video, let's just do it. Let's just jump off. Let's jump all the way to the bottom here. This is what everyone wants to see, right? They want to see me fail. Well, you get to see me fail right here. So I'll see you champs and champettes tomorrow with another video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and peace out.